Dr. Sarah Spencer, thanks very much indeed. When Roman Catholics look to the Vatican for ultimate religious guidance, many Sunni Muslims turn to the Azhar Mosque in Egypt. In the heart of Cairo's old city, the mosque and the university that shares its name form the highest seat of learning in Sunni Islam. It's existed for more than 1,000 years, educating clerics who can issue fatwas, or religious opinions, to followers worldwide. But these days, the institution finds itself under pressure, fighting claims Egypt's religious establishment has failed to stem the influence of radical voices. Al-Azhar is trying to reassert itself, even expanding its fatwa hotline to serve new languages. Our Middle East correspondent Tom Bateman reports.
On a visit to Al-Azhar, only a baby's cry punctuated the sound of prayer. The mosque and its university have been a place of Islamic study for 1,000 years, turning out generations of scholars, like Dr. Hassan Ibrahim, a sheikh wanting to maintain Al-Azhar's message in turbulent times.
المقارنة بين الوقت الحالي والوقت الماضي.
In the past, the world was isolated. Wasn't this open skies. Now it's the open skies, the opening up to the media, the satellite TV channels. I mean, Al-Azhar have noticed that people who are not right, who are not moderate, are coming to the forefront. They are making odd fatwas, making strange fatwas, deluding the people, the Muslims in the West, and damaging the image of Islam abroad.
مشاهدينا نحييكم من جديد.
Fatwas like that from a prominent cleric in 2012 who appeared on Egyptian TV comparing the pyramids and the Sphinx to pagan temples and calling for their destruction. He belonged to a militant ultra-conservative Islamist group. Acute embarrassment has been caused for Egypt's religious establishment by a series of stories about bizarre or extreme fatwas issued by Sunni Islam's equivalent of televangelists on YouTube channels or from the soft sofas of satellite TV shows. Dr. Hisham Helia writes on Arab affairs for the Atlantic Council.
The word fatwa has taken on a somewhat scary meaning within the English language because Salman Rushdie was given a quote-unquote a fatwa on him. I mean, the very wording of it like that is completely off. A fatwa simply means a religious opinion, a qualified religious opinion on a particular question. But how people gauge, who's actually qualified to give a fatwa, as opposed to people just sort of pontificating about it and doing it, quote-unquote DIY. That's a genuine issue, I think, that you have.
Well, this is a call centre, just like any other, really. There are dozens of people sitting at desks, wearing headsets, taking calls. There's a screen saying the number of calls that are coming in. The difference is that these men are all wearing red and white turbans. They are sheikhs for the Al-Azhar Mosque, and they're all issuing fatwas.
Welcome to Al-Azhar Global Watch and Electronic Fatwa Center. For Arabic, press 1. For English, press 2.
Do you get many calls?
Regarding the calls, we are now in the experimental phase. We receive questions via email and Facebook regarding the economic issues, relations with non-Muslims.
Zakaria was taking questions in English from Muslims outside Egypt, a new project by Al-Azhar keen to show it is asserting its authority and countering DIY religious guidance. The vast majority of fatwas were on calls coming in about family issues, things like divorce and inheritance.
Okay. So today's session, inshallah, will be about children's rights in Islam. Okay? We have a kind of comparison between...
Another attempt by the institution to spread a moderate message is its work with the British Council, which promotes UK relations abroad. We visited their scheme teaching English and offering foreign travel to scholars. It was started a decade ago by the mosque's Grand Imam and backed by his advisor, Professor Abdel Daim Nosser.
We are doing our duty. We are, standing and say, that's wrong, that's not Islam. What I'm saying now, it's not for those people who are holding guns and killing the others. They already on the other side. But talking to the new generation coming in, say to them, no, don't believe them. So this is my duty, and I have to do it all the time.
But Al-Azhar itself has been under scrutiny. It has clashed frequently with the government of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who called for a religious reformation in Islam to fight extremism while tightening his own grip on the country. Hisham Helia again.
The basic stance of the Azhar is that, nobody should ask about religion or religious affairs except from the Azhar, because we're the only ones that are qualified to engage in that sort of discussion. But they have to also be recognized as such by the population at large. And if they're not, then people who don't recognize them will simply go elsewhere, which is what they do.
Hello, people of Cairo. This is Salam Bayer. You can catch my drum.
The car radio is one of the ways to drown out the cacophony of Cairo's car horns. The tension between modernity and tradition has created an acute challenge for Egypt's conservative religious establishment. Keen to show its moderate face, the mosque set up a fatwa kiosk below these streets in the Cairo subway, offering guidance with a moderate voice, only for it to be removed weeks later with little explanation. Countering extremism, even underground, seems to have its limits.
Tom Bateman reporting from Cairo. The weather, winds will ease, leaving bright spells this afternoon with wintry